If you're betting the NHL using basic stats, you're already behind. The modern NHL is driven by possessions, shot quality, and advanced metrics, and the market prices that in. So today, I'm breaking down exactly which stats actually correlate with money lines, totals, and player props, and which ones are just noise. Because modeling isn't going to be about more data, it's about the right data. So let's start building that edge.
Technical analysis is where we take all the numbers, all the advanced stats, and connect them directly to your bet type. So this isn't about building a perfect model, it's about removing bias and letting the most predictive stats guide you. That's what the whole premise of this is going to be. So for money lines, puck lines, and even futures, everything's going to come back to one question, and this is who is the better team? And that's where 5-on-5 expected goal differential, Corsi, and Fenwick, and then you have high danger chance share. Those are going to come in. And these tell us who drives play, who controls the puck, and then who generates the better chances over time. And then you add in things like goaltending quality, because in hockey, a goalie can lift a team by its numbers or sink them below it. So, some more important stats when handicapping goaltending, though, you can look at goals saved above average, quality start percentage, scoring chance save percentage, and then high danger scoring chance percentage. So, those are the things you want to be looking for when you handicap in hockey on that level, just measuring who the better team is. Now, when we're talking about totals and whether that's a game total, a team total, or even a period total, they're different. It's basically a different world. Here, you're projecting the scoring environment, not who the better team is. And pace is going to matter because faster games create more chances. So, to measure pace, look at shot differential per 60 minutes for both teams. This can tell you what their projection is above or below. And when I mean above or below, I mean over or under for that game. Expected goals for and against is going to tell you whether that pace actually leads to goals. So obviously that's huge. Uh, Tell me if you haven't heard this before, but goaltending quality. It's basically going to come up in all of the bet types that we have. So just be ready for it. You should be handicapping goaltending if you're betting on the NHL. If you're not, you're basically donating money. Special teams also matter too. So a strong power play facing a weak penalty kill, this can swing a game total. And then finally, we have penalties set the stage for basically all of it, right? Because more power plays means more scoring opportunities. So I want you to look at penalties in minutes per game and then look at the opposite, which would be the opponent's penalties in minutes per game. Those are going to be some of the better stats and factors that you should put into your technical analysis or modeling. So now we're going to move on to player props. And these are different, basically a different world compared to the money lines and the totals that we touched on earlier. Here, you're not necessarily modeling a team, you're modeling the usage. Who gets the ice time? Who gets the opportunities? And who's actually involved in the play? The first number you always look at is time on ice. And I know some of you guys are going to be like, really, dude? You're not really giving us breaking information here. But time on ice in hockey is really, I would compare it to fantasy football with targets, which it's basically like, let me give you an example. A player who jumps from basically 15 minutes a night to 20 instantly becomes more valuable for shots, points, and then if he does play in situationals, that means it's power play props as well. And speaking of situationals, situational time on ice is going to matter as well. If a guy starts getting top power play minutes, his projection changes overnight. Then you're going to move to rate stats like shots per 60 or individual expected goals per 60. These tell you how active a player is while they're actually on the ice. High volume shooters are consistent, and consistent is what you want when you're betting on props. Next is going to be goalies. They work the same way. You're going to focus on metrics that we just touched on a minute ago, and these are going to help you separate hot streaks from long term performance. And when you backtest, or build any model for the NHL, I need you to keep everything inside the modern NHL. And modern to us is basically from 2021 to now. You were talking about scoring pace changed, power play efficiency changed, and the environment is completely different now. Older data can throw your projections off, and I just want you guys to know that before you get into the NHL. So if you're gonna do some models, make sure it's 2021 or present. Don't get into the pandemic or anything before that. That's when hockey was played a little bit different, and a little bit different can change your data. So if this helps simplify NHL analytics for you, I need you guys to hit that like button. That's going to tell us to make more guides like this on different sports. So if you made it this far, you're already ahead of most bettors because you're actually investing in your process, not just chasing picks. So if you learned something new or this guide gave you a better understanding of how to approach the NHL betting market, hit that like button. It really helps the channel reach out to more serious bettors like yourself. And then make sure you subscribe to Grandstand Sports Data and turn on notifications because we're going to be dropping new videos every week, breaking down real matchups using the exact same systems and strategies from this guide. Drop a comment down below and let me know what part of your betting process you want to improve this season, and I might feature your question in an upcoming video. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.